Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's having a good morning. Hey, Clancy, what's up? Glad you made the chat. See who's in here. Lisa, Beach Bum, Austin, and Clancy. Good morning, everyone. I'm sure everyone else will be in chat shortly. There's a couple different live streams going on this morning. Drama. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Hey, beautiful Amber. How are you? Hey, Debbie, good morning. It's 9/11, guys, the anniversary. I think it's been 19 years. Once everybody gets in here, we'll take a moment of silence in honor of the victims, survivors, of course, victims' families. Hey, never lose hope. Welcome to the chat, Clancy. I'm pretty good, Amber. I've been sick with a tooth infection, like really sick. I'm feeling a little bit better. I got to go to the dentist Monday, so I won't be live Monday morning, guys, because I got to go to a dentist that's probably about a little over an hour away. But it's got to be done. I'll be having fabulous teeth in no time. I remember I was in science class looking at the TV like, yeah, where were you guys when you heard that planes were crashing into the towers? I could tell you guys where I was at. I used to be in the habit, the routine of watching Regis show and Kelly Ripa. Remember when she first started co-hosting with Regis filming? I'm probably not pronouncing his name correctly. Yeah, I was watching that show, and then all of a sudden, they was like, "Oh my God, a plane crashed to the Twin Towers." Clancy was in elementary school then. Oh gosh, Clancy, you're making me feel old. Well, I was young then, 19, 20, something like that, I guess. He was at the elementary school, and I just remember all my teachers gathered around the TV in the office. Thank you, Cheryl. I was wondering about you, Cheryl, this morning. I feel like I've not seen you. Regis and Kelly, yes. They did, they had good chemistry together, didn't they? I just never could get into the new co-host deal. I liked Regis. Didn't Kathy Griffith used to co-host with him? They played it on all the TVs for us and put us under lockdown. I mean, I felt like we were invaded, I guess. We were under attack, but it kind of freaked me out. Freaked everyone out. I think Mark told me this morning he was actually at work when he heard about it, down in a ditch. Been digging a ditch, that's what he told me. Regis, oh, Kathy Lee. Sorry, Amber. I said Kathy Griffin. Oh, gosh. I get everything mixed up. Austin, I was working with mentally handicapped teens. They thought we were all going to get hit. They were really scared. Oh, I bet they were. Seems like you do very rewarding work, working with mentally handicapped teens. Cheryl, I've been listening all along. It's just our circle time in preschool, but today is my day off. Cheryl, I had no idea you done preschool, worked at preschool. If you told me, I forgot. That's cool. I would do good like working in preschool. All little kids just love me. Mark's little grandbaby, his daughter has a baby. But I reckon he is addicted to watching Sunny Rooster videos. He loves my Funny Farm videos. So I'm going to have to do a video and shout him out. He'll freak out. He'll love it. He sits with the dog and plays Sunny's videos on the big screen. He's only like 2. So cute. Lisa, I went out and got Brooke out of school. We were scared to death that day. I was married to my first husband when it happened. Abusive relationship. Sad, sad day. So many people lost their lives. So many people affected. So sad. Anyways, let's before we get started on our crime, let's just take a moment of silence, okay, for the victims and survivors, everyone was affected. I'm going to say a little prayer. I'm going to mute myself. Okay, guys. So sad. I should have put together a video. Austin, I'm very sorry, CC. We aren't all abusive, honest. I'm truly sorry. Austin, I know that, sweetheart. Thank you. I just love you. You're so sweet. There's some good men in the world. Hey, listen, there's abusive women too. Back when I was being abused and stuff, I didn't realize that. I guess I was ignorant about it. I didn't know that women was abusive too, could be abusive to men, but they most certainly can be. There was a case out of the UK where this woman, this man kind of had some, I don't know how you say it, I don't want to offend anybody, like some handicaps, some mental handicaps, I guess that's the way you would say it. And he was a sweet guy though. She totally abused him, tortured him, and murdered him. I can't remember the name right off the bat. Chrissy, hi, welcome. So anyway, mentally challenged. Thank you, Chrissy. I have problems getting my words together on these live streams. Ugh, I don't want to offend anyone. But anyhow, we're going to talk about Braylen Noble. The coroner released the preliminary, some preliminary notes about the autopsy. I'll say it like that. Hey, Kira, good morning. Yeah, it was sad. I found out the name. I watched a documentary about it. Was it a documentary? Well, it really wasn't a documentary, I don't guess, because it was on Deadly Women on the ID channel. Automobile, welcome. Hey, faithful one, good morning. Anyways, this case is so confusing. Little Braylen, he went missing. Well, today makes a week ago. He was reported missing. And then they searched and searched. I think what was it, Wednesday? Was it Wednesday that they found him in the pool? A pool that had already been searched by divers. I guess the pool had water in it and they had drained some of it out. But the coroner says, let me pull this up because I don't want to get anything wrong here. I've got it pulled up handy here. Okay, on Thursday afternoon, the Lucas County Coroner's Office released the initial details of the autopsy of Braylen Noble, finding no obvious signs of trauma on the boy's body, and also saying that drowning has not been ruled out yet as the cause of death. More investigation is planned by the coroner's office. Okay, and this is exactly what it said. This is in quotations. The autopsy on Braylen Noble showed no anatomic cause of death, no gross evidence of trauma. And it says drowning has not been ruled out as a cause of death, but further studies and investigation are needed before the final ruling is issued. The initial note from Dr. Cynthia S. Beiser, I think that's how you say it, said, okay, the coroner who performed the test on Braylen said she did not see anything to account for the death, such as disease or trauma. No cause or manner of death has been determined. Okay, so they say, okay, they're still waiting on a toxicology and a microscopic test, which is for sections of the organs. There is no time frame for those further results, the conclusion of which depends on if there's anything in his system. The initial note is not the final ruling from the coroner's office, and more updates are expected. Okay, so now, how in the world did a toddler fall out of a window from a third floor apartment and not get no trauma? Scrapes, bruises, nothing. And it said that I did read this morning. Hey, very Mary Southern Mom. I did read this morning that when they took the mother away from the apartment the day they found the body, that she was took for questioning, just to interview her. She was not arrested. I didn't know the coroner had released these notes yesterday, or I would have put it up. I've just not been feeling good. To be honest, I wasn't even on the looking at true crime yesterday. I rested most of the day. Oh my gosh, I'm about to block somebody here. So he fell out of a window without getting hurt, walked over to the pool and drowned. That's sure possible, sure. That don't make sense, does it, Austin? Not at all. I mean, is it possible to fall from like a window like that and not break a bone or get killed? Yes, because someone, Candy, that comes in, longtime subscriber, she said a friend of hers, son did that. But they just got lucky. More than likely, if a toddler falls like that, they're going to get injured. Their bones is not as strong, when they're little like that. Chrissy, I hope you feel better too. Hey, Shug, you're late. I'm going to get you a late slip. There you go. I'll be feeling a lot better once I get my dental work done. I'm so excited about it, guys. Mark said this morning, he said, I bet it feels like you're getting like like a new Harley would feel to me. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm like getting ready to get the lottery or something. It's awesome. Then I won't be so self-conscious and I can be on camera and stuff more. Things like that. But anyhow, I digressed. Sorry. Back to little Braylen. This story just don't make sense. I'm eager to know if they sent that blanket off for DNA testing that they found. While they were searching for him. I think in the wooded area, they found a tent. Inside that tent had a blanket with blood on it, from what I understand. But the mother said that she didn't recognize the blanket. But still, I'm hoping they sent that off for testing and see what it comes back. Also, they found a hole dug, I believe, near the cemetery. And there was like a 2x4 or something, like laying beside of the hole. It's very suspicious, isn't it? In that blanket. Here's something else. How did that little boy get into the pool area? The maintenance guy said that the gate was shut and locked. I mean, I guess he could have squeezed through like a little space if there was one, but from the looks of the fence, that doesn't look like it'd be possible. You got to never lose hope. You got to get that poison out of your mouth. You will feel like a whole new person, your energy level, everything. So happy for you. Yes, me and Mark were talking about this morning. I get really emotional easy. I started crying because I have the toothache, the pain is only bad at night, is what's strange. The other evening it started before dark, but what had scared me is I have been physically like sick. Like I feel horrible, had a fever. I think what saved me from getting really bad is rinsing my mouth in salt water and stuff. I think someone put him there after the original search. Well, I thought to myself, hey, Verbal, good morning. Uh, could the maintenance man be wrong? Could that gate have not been locked? Could he have forgotten to lock it? I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait for the autopsy results. I don't want to flat out accuse this mom. I am suspicious. I'm always suspicious when a child goes missing, because we know how these cases usually go. Usually it's a parent, step parent, someone close to them that's responsible. The entire case is shady as hell. Yes, and on the 911 call, y'all go back to my video. It's about 52 seconds in, I believe. On the 911 call, the grandmother calls. Someone in the background says, I killed him. I believe it's the mother. And you could plainly hear it. I killed him. Now, what did she mean by that? Is it because she left the windows open? I read this morning there was like a couple different windows open, big windows, it said. Lord have mercy, you can't open windows up like that when you got small children. 2 FBI divers wouldn't miss a body in a half full pool. Yeah, I mean, was the pool water that dirty that they couldn't see? Do you have a link to that? Because I want to hear that. Which one, Shug? Oh, yeah. Did I already say? Oh, yeah. I've been looking for that video Cement Shoes was talking about. The video he said that Scott Reich had up on his channel about the mother, I think, and the grandmother allegedly smoking something. I'd like to see that video. I looked for it. I went through a couple of his Crime Talk videos. Maybe I missed it somehow. I didn't even see a title of one of the videos that even had Braylen's name in it. That don't mean he didn't talk about him, though. If Cement Shoes said he's seen it, he's seen it. I just can't find it. Are you talking about the 911 call, Shook? It's on my channel. Just go through my videos. I just uploaded it a couple days ago. And this apartment complex didn't have any cameras. That's strange. They got a nice pool, nice gate around it and things, and they don't have security cameras at all. Yeah, Shug, let me see if I can get you the link. I can probably get it real quick. Yeah, here it is. Here you go, Shug. Yeah, it's about 52 seconds in. You can plainly hear her say, I killed him. But like I said, that could be because, she said, thought he fell out the window and she left the windows open. She's blaming herself. They weren't sure if he had just to pull up on. I thought it strange that the grandmother asked what his last name was. Maybe she didn't know if he was going by his dad's last name or her daughter's maiden name. But Oh, never lose hope. You typed that in too. Grandma. Yeah, I thought that was strange too. I hear. I can't. Yeah. Well, I listened to it a couple times. I heard I killed him. I didn't even know it said that until someone commented under my video, and I went back and listened, and that's what it sounds like to me. Red Rum, I can't. You don't know your grandson's last name. I know. I'm trying to give one benefit of a doubt, like maybe she didn't know what she put on the birth certificate or something. Well, I've seen many cases. If the parent is blaming themselves, they will say it's all my fault. No, I killed them. Yeah. Yeah, because like she can't find him. So how does she know that she did? It's sad, sad. I'm surprised they said they've not ruled out drowning as a possible cause of death yet. You think they'd be able to determine that? Because if he drowned, his lungs should be full of water, right? If he was dead before he went into the water, his lungs wouldn't have water in it. I'm pretty sure. Poor little Braylen. Bless his little heart. People have put up teddy bears and balloons and lit candles around the pool area. See, it just showed the pool bars. I'm looking at a video right now. And I just don't see even a 3-year-old fitting between those. I just don't see it. I don't even think a dog could squeeze between those. Let's look, guys. I'll screen share it with you guys. Okay, let's get a full view so you guys can see. Look, there's no way, no way he squeezed through that. How in the hell did he get in the pool? Guess we're going to have to wait. Bless his little heart. He was a beautiful, beautiful little boy. My goodness. No, that's about the size of like my porch railing I got around my porch. My dog, Ladybug, she can barely squeeze her head through the railing. About the same distance as these bars around the pool here. Lady likes to stick her head between my porch railings. Something's not making sense. I just don't see how the FBI missed him. I mean, it's not like it's a big, gigantic pool. It's just like a normal pool that they have, I mean, it's a good sized pool, but not like, enormous. Like I said, unless the water was like really dark and dirty. And why didn't this pool have a cover on it? I think if pools are going to be in an apartment complex like that, when they shut up for the summer, it should have like a hard pool cover on it. Hey, Straw, good morning. When children get hurt, it really hurts my heart. I have so much love to give and never had children or a family to give it to. Oh, Straw. Do you have animals? You can give love to animals too. Um, it always baffles my mind how these, and I'm not saying Braylen's mom's evil, but I'm just talking about these other parents who have abused and tortured and murdered their kids. They can have kids, but these people that would make wonderful parents can't have kids. Don't make no sense to me why. Guess you shouldn't question God, but why things like that happen, you know. It's like the people that could give a kid a good life and show them love and care for them, they can't have kids. It's not right. Yeah, I mean, if the boy struggled to get in the pool, someone should have seen him. Yeah. And if he fell from a window, you would think he would have cried as soon as he hit the ground. I'm going to be honest with you. It has went the thoughts have went through my brain is the grandmother covering for the mom. I think of all kinds of different possibilities, you know. I'm not saying she is, but those thoughts have went through my mind, of course. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think things like that. And these people that cannot have kids are the most wonderful parents ever in the world. Yes. Life's not fair. There's a lot of things I don't understand about it. You know, like you have these wonderful people in the world and they get these horrible diseases. I don't understand things like that. What's the purpose of that? Making good people suffer and these evil people are just healthy. These criminals, these monsters, they'll be perfectly healthy and these little kids get cancer and other diseases. Don't make sense to me. Okay. Let's see. Better get off that. I'm going to get all worked up. We're just going to have to wait and see what the autopsy results say. They'll be able to tell if he drowned. He'll have fluid in his lungs. If he was, well, let's just say this. If he died before he went into the pool, they will know. He will not have no water in his lungs. I believe that's the way it works. I watch Forensic Files, y'all. So I guess we could talk about, Vanessa Guillen. I probably don't pronounce her name exactly correct. My apologies about that. I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways. Let's see. So, the soldiers that come forward, the three, and said that they had seen Vanessa the day that she went missing at Fort Hood, well, they were mistaken, and that delayed the investigation by about a month. The Army really dropped the ball on this one. What's going on at Fort Hood? They're finding all these soldiers dead. And Fort Hood must not take sexual harassment serious either. It said mistaken instant alibis for killer threw off Fort Hood investigation for a month. Did these guys or these witnesses, were they just mistaken? Or were they covering for one of their army buddies, this Robinson guy? I saw a lady, I guess a spokesperson for the army. She said that the media is what tipped the Robinson guy off. And he ran away from his escort that was watching him. Somehow got into his car and took off and went and took his own life. Yeah, Fort Hood sounds like a satanic shithole. Yeah, I wouldn't want my son going there. That's for sure. I don't want my son in the army at all. Afraid something happened to my baby. I know something could happen anywhere, but guess if he really wanted to do it, I'd have to support him, but I wouldn't want him to. I'd be worried to death. Okay, let's read this. It says new details have been released in connection with the death of Fort Hood soldier Vanessa Guillen, including how 3 soldiers delayed the investigation. I downloaded the criminal complaint against that Cecily character, that monster who helped dismember and burn Vanessa. Vanessa was a beautiful, beautiful lady. Um, so Vanessa was last seen on April 22nd at around 1 p.m. at the Regimental Engineer Squadron Headquarters, 3rd Cavalry Regiment in Fort Hood, Texas. Gosh, that's a mouthful. She left behind her car keys, barracks room key, identification card, and wallet in a small armory room where she worked. A witness saw Vanessa walk to an adjacent arms room where Fort Hood soldier Aaron Robinson was working on April 22nd. She never came out of that room. According to Vanessa's family attorney, Robinson bludgeoned Vanessa to death in the arms room, then had his girlfriend, Cecily Aguilar, help him bury her near the Leon River in Bell County. So ABC reports that when Vanessa was reported missing, investigators started building a case around Robinson. They were thrown off when 3 soldiers said they saw Vanessa at a different time than she actually left her workstation, according to Major General Donna Martin, the Army's provost marshal. It says they filled out affidavits that said that they had seen Vanessa at a different time from when she had actually departed the other arms room. So that gave essentially an instant alibi for Robinson, even though they had not really known the correct time of when she had actually departed and headed to the parking lot. The trail went cold for about a month. What is this clip? Oh, ABC's 2020. I did watch that clip. I'm afraid to play it though on my stream. It showed Vanessa's sister. She's on it. And actually, Vanessa's sister was arriving at the base because they realized she was missing at the same time that Robinson guy and Cecily was disposing of Vanessa's remains, burning it, and all this and that. Gosh, that stuff's hard for me to talk about. Okay. It says investigators turned their attention back to Robinson after learning he had contacted Cecily Aguilar numerous times on the evening and night of April 22nd. He told authorities he stayed at Cecily's home all night, but phone records indicated otherwise. Oh, I think they got his. I think I missed a part here. No, I didn't. They confiscated his phone and found, that he had been talking to Cecily throughout the night of Vanessa's disappearance. Okay. According to a criminal complaint, Robinson hid Vanessa's body in a pelican case, stored it to the side of the armory room, then left the base to buy supplies. He returned that evening and took the case to the Leon River area. So you're telling me that he bludgeoned her to death in that armory room. There had to have been a hell of a mess. There had to have been blood splatter everywhere. Cast off. So you're telling me that he stored her body there and left and no one else entered that armory room during that time? Because there's no way that he had enough time to do any cleanup. From what I understand, from the time he killed her to the time he left, he couldn't have done any cleanup. He had to come back and do it. Okay. Robinson later determined that he couldn't dispose of Vanessa himself and in turn contacted Cecily and asked her to help. Both Robinson and Cecily drove to the Leon River, then allegedly used a machete to hack Vanessa's body apart. Jesus. Oh my gosh. How could anyone hack a human body apart? Um On April 26th, the suspects returned to the Leon River wearing hairnets and gloves. They used cement to encase Vanessa's body parts and lime and rocks to get rid of the evidence. They buried the hairnets and gloves at the crime scene, then drove home and burned the clothes they were wearing that day. Well, that don't make no damn sense. You're going to wear a hairnet and gloves and then bury it at the scene. That don't make no sense. Then go home and burn your clothes. Why not take the hairnet and gloves and burn them too? They're not very smart criminals, are they? Murderers. Psychos. Vanessa's sister, Mayra, was arriving at the base. While she was looking for her sister, they were dismembering her body. After leaving the scene, the suspects allegedly threw the machete, hammer, and Vanessa's cell phone from a car window. Oh, this is the shallow grave by the river where Vanessa was found. There. Poor thing. So allegedly he snapped on her in the armory room. He had been like sexually harassing her, I believe. Like she did not like him. He had been bothering her. And he was having this affair with a former officer's woman, the Cecily monster. And Vanessa was like, that's against the rules, you know. You can get discharged for that. Um, and she threatened to tell on him. And he was like, I'm not going to let you ruin my career. And picked up, what was it, a hammer? And just started hitting her. I think he said she didn't go down right away. Son of a bitches. Although two witnesses saw Robinson leaving the base on April 22nd with a Pelican case, no warrants were taken out until after investigators found the remains. He was not in police custody because of how the legal process works. In July, authorities attempted to detain Robinson, who had been given orders to stay confined to the base during the investigation. The soldier fled with authorities in pursuit. It says he gets in his vehicle and he flees and he leaves Fort Hood, Martin said. Robinson eventually started running on foot, but when police surrounded him, he pulled out a gun and shot himself in the head. It is still unclear how he obtained the weapon. I can tell you it was not a government weapon, so he did not get it from his arms room. Well, I was just thinking that when I read that. It was probably his personal weapon. The beautiful girl had her whole life ahead of her. Some people would rather kill you than them lose their job or, get in trouble. They would rather kill you. People are sick. I believe people that snap and do that just had it in them anyways to do it. Okay, let me look at my chat here. I've been reading. I've not been seeing the chat. Never lose. Sick, awful people. That poor lady. Such a beautiful girl. And she had reported him, I believe. I believe he walked in while she was taking a shower. He would do things like that to her. I think she reported him. They didn't take her serious. She didn't want nothing to do with him. He was a weirdo. It is unbelievable. Never lose hope. Rape is rape no matter where it happens. Oh my gosh. I just read about the most horrible, horrible rape case ever out of South Africa. I saved the link to the article. I can read it to you guys. I can just give you the rundown of it, though. A girl about 17 years old was walking home from her friend's house in South Africa. 4 men grab her, drag her away, rape her, leave her laying. 4 more men come by and find her, rape her again. And I believe some more people, there was a couple more after that. That happens a lot over there. I was blown away. They don't know if these guys knew each other, the different groups of men that raped her, if it was planned. I believe it was planned. It's probably a gang of guys. 4 went first and then the other 4. Those phone pings will get you every time. Yep. Look at Alex Cox's phone pings. They place him, his phone places him in Chad Daybell's backyard in the exact locations the bodies were. I thought Lori Vallow had a freaking hospital gown on yesterday. I did. I had to take a closer look to realize it was like a powdered baby blue sweater. I wear colors like that. That just disgusts me. She's trying to pick a light color like that, make her appear look innocent. Surprised she didn't have on freaking white so she could make herself look like an angel in her mind. How can you clean up without bleach? Well, I think when he had her in the Pelican case in the armory room, when he left, when that Robinson guy left Fort Hood, he went and got some cleaning supplies, I think. I think those 3 guys that claimed that they saw her at a different time that threw the investigation off, I think they were trying to cover for their buddy or something. That's what I think. Despicable. Yeah, let's we can take a look at that article. Hold on just a minute. Did I save that article by the Sun? Oh yeah, girl 17 left to die after gang rape is raped again by 4 men who found her. Hold on a minute. I hate talking about rape and stuff. I know it bothers a lot of people on here. It can be a trigger. The suicide topic is a trigger for me. Okay. Let's dismiss this. I think it's in Tusolo, South Africa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, so a 17-year-old was dragged to a football pitch and raped by 3 different groups of men in Tusolo, South Africa. The violent attack happened last Friday at 10 p.m. Cops are hunting 11 men who are accused of raping the teenager in the secluded area. Officers said the girl was first attacked by 4 men who left her for dead before she was attacked again by another group of 4 men and then another group of 3. It is unknown whether the groups knew each other or if they had planned the vile ambush. The assault took place around 10 p.m. last Friday. She had been walking home from a friend's house when the 4 unknown men grabbed her and dragged her to the football pitch. I'm assuming a football pitch is like a football field. Those men were followed by the other group of monsters who, rather than helping her, continued to abuse her. Eastern Cape Provincial Police Chief, I can't pronounce the name, condemned the incident and called for justice for the victim. A task force has been set up to identify and locate the suspects. Further reports indicate that the 4 suspects were later followed by others in groups of 4 and 3 who continued to rape the victim. All these people were together. That's what I think. Okay. He said it's unclear at the moment whether the other groups knew each other or had even planned to rape the victim together. Hell yeah, they knew each other. They had to have. No one has been arrested. Oh my gosh. Just think about the trauma this young girl has been through. Raped by 11 men. Raped by 4, left for dead, and here comes the other sons of bitches. Pieces of shit. I hope they get, well, you probably don't get the death penalty for rape over there. Well, you don't hear either, but that's the way it should be. Fanny Ho. Oh, the son from UK. Not saying they're wrong, but it's sometimes best check elsewhere because they can sensationalize things. Thank you, Fanny Ho. Yeah, I'll have to look for more information, see if I can find something else about that. Thanks for warning me about that. I have read some of their stuff before and then been wrong. But mistakes happen sometimes. Speaking of sickos, this woman called a grown man in her daughter's bedroom. Mom catches alleged pervert molesting her daughter as she sleeps. Did the mom call police right away? No, she did not. The girl went and told someone, and then told the mom exactly what the girl had said, and then she called police. What was this perv doing there? What was this perv doing around your daughter, lady? I catch somebody in my son's room. Oh, hell's going to break loose. There'll be no questions asked. Trust me. I went through abuse growing up. Nobody would do my son that way. Made me very protective. Okay, so here's the perv. Mom catches alleged pervert molesting her daughter as she sleeps in bed. Suspect allegedly claimed he was only kissing the girl. Shouldn't been in her room, period. Texas man was arrested Tuesday for allegedly molesting a teenage girl in her bed. The victim told police that Daniel Dittmeyer, 62, came into her bedroom Monday, sat on the edge of her bed. The girl said she pretended to be asleep and was too scared to say anything when Dittmeyer started touching her. Dittmeyer allegedly stopped touching the girl after her mother called his name. The mother then opened the bedroom door and asked him why he was standing near her daughter's bed. Dittmeyer claimed he was giving the teen a kiss. Oh gosh, let me see if I can pronounce this county right. Exeter County police said the victim told a relative about the incident. The relative reportedly relayed the message to the girl's mother, who called police. Dittmeyer allegedly fled the scene before officers arrived, but he eventually was arrested and charged with indecency with the child. It is not immediately clear what Dittmeyer's relationship is to the mother and daughter. His bond was set at $75,000. Don't matter what his relationship is, only matters about the crime and the mother not. Why didn't the mother pick up the phone? I wouldn't have stopped with my son till he told me the truth. It wouldn't have been no waiting game. If that happened to me, I'd be the one going out there in cuffs. I can guarantee you that. They'd be going out in a body bag. No way would I ever put up with someone doing that. Is Remy in here? How did this guy get in the house? He was there with the mother. I guarantee it's her boyfriend. I could about bet you my life it's the mother's boyfriend. It's the mother's boyfriend or it's a friend. Probably a friend with benefits. 62-year-old nasty thing. It's disgusting. Women that do this, I just want to say this, women that do this too, because there's women predators, they're disgusting too. Nope, he wouldn't have walked out, I promise. Yeah, I shouldn't say stuff like that on here, but it's just the truth. If I caught someone harming any child, they wouldn't be walking nowhere. Be living on a stretcher in a plastic bag. People are so sick. Here's another alleged pedophile. He passed around a video sexually assaulting a little baby. God, how old is this guy? They captured him. He's from Oklahoma, who was wanted on a felony offense involving an infant. His name is Bryce Gage Watkins. He was took into custody Thursday afternoon after capturing him at a residence in Marcos. Okay, so he allegedly passed around a video entitled, "Whose Child Is This?" He passed it around on social media, and some women reported it to the police. Of course, he was in the video, so they knew who it was. But anyways, they've been looking for him, and thank God they found him. Sicko. He looks like he's about 12-year-old to me. Who'd you tell me? Oh, it's all right. A few times someone out. It happens on accident. He's a weirdo. He probably befriended the mother to get to the girl. Yeah. Just like the Periwinkle case. That was a horrible case. He befriended the mother, offered to buy, ran into her at the dollar store. Stranger. Befriends the mother. Mother's having trouble buying clothes for her kids. So he's like, I'll take you to Walmart. So she's in Walmart shopping with her two girls and this perv. And I think her name is Cherish. And that man's are supposed to walk over to McDonald's, but he takes her out of Walmart and goes and violently rapes and murders her. Sad case. Just got 6-month-old baby very much. I don't even know how it'd be possible to do something like that to a little child. This sickos. I'm telling you, there's no rehabilitation. Now, if he goes to prison and he gets out in a few years, he will do this again. He will rape another baby, another child. Maybe even an adult. Just no rehabilitation. People like that. Also saw this morning about the cop who got shot in the face. See, I just glanced at it, so I'll have to look and see what I was saying. Good looking guy. Oh, it's in North Carolina. A sheriff's deputy in North Carolina is brain dead after a suspect allegedly shot him in the face. Ryan Hendricks, 35, was shot outside of a residence near Hendersonville on Thursday morning. So sad. He looks younger than 35 to me. Let's look at his picture again. He looks like a guy I went to school with named Bart. Sheriff Lowell Griffin said in an emotional news conference that Hendricks was among officers who responded to a call about a suspect who was seen breaking into a car before he smashed a window of a homeowner who witnessed the attempted car theft. The homeowner reportedly told police that he and the suspect exchanged gunfire. Responding deputies found the suspect in a vehicle, and while at first the suspect appeared to be cooperating, he ultimately opened a fire and shot Hendricks in the face. Two deputies at the scene then fatally shot the suspect, who was identified as Robert Ray Doss Jr. Another person of interest is in custody, according to WYFF. But the report does not specify how this person is connected to the fatal shooting. Hendricks has been declared medically deceased. Wow. Oh, he was an organ donor. Says he will continue to help strangers for a lifetime, even after making the ultimate sacrifice. So sad. Prayers for his family. Young, good-looking cop. He seemed, by his picture, he looks like he has a nice personality. I about forgot about my other topic. I just saw it. Yeah, so a homeless man in California actually intervened and stopped a man from abducting a little girl who was with her father. Now, her father was blind. So this homeless guy saw it happen and he stepped in. Um, I'll read y'all the story. California police announced Wednesday they had arrested a man who allegedly tried to abduct a 6-year-old girl from her blind father last month. Elijah Lopez, 24, was arrested on September 2nd in San Diego. Los Angeles police told reporters that they believe Lopez uses the local rail system to target young victims. On August 18th, Lopez reportedly started a conversation with Cesar Palma and his 6-year-old daughter while aboard a metro train from Long Beach to Los Angeles. At one point, Lopez allegedly asked to take Palma's daughter home, prompting several passengers to tell Lopez to leave them alone. Lopez allegedly continued to harass Palma and his daughter. Commuters intervened a second time after Lopez followed the pair as they got off the train and boarded a bus. Sicko. Police said Palma and his daughter had gotten off the bus and were walking home when Lopez attempted to grab the girl's hand and snatch her. Palma reportedly held onto his daughter and screamed for help. A woman and, oh gosh, let me see if I can pronounce this name. Gustavius Johnson, who is homeless, stepped in, leading Lopez to flee. Palma, who is blind, explained to reporters why he didn't fight the suspect off. I thought if I let my daughter go and he snatches her and he can run with her, how am I going to run after them, he said. Surveillance footage reportedly led police to Lopez, who was charged with attempted kidnapping. He remains jailed on a $125,000 bail. Well, this homeless guy, he needs to be rewarded for this. I hope somehow police and the father, this Mr. Palma, can help him out some way. He didn't have to step in and stop that. So sad that we live in the United States and we got homeless people, isn't it? Anyone that's homeless in any country, it's sad. Thank God he was in the right place at the right time. And the father's right. If he would have let go, he could have fled with that little girl. And here, he is blind. He couldn't have ran after him. Still good people in the world. I always say there's more good people than bad people. More good than evil. Okay, I'm trying to find our good topic and be ready for it. I've got two. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. Let's do the Fox story. I'm going to look at the chat first, though, before I do that. I wish StreamYards would show the live chat. It totally makes no sense why they just have a top chat. Okay. Gosh, what happened to my chat here? I hate when the phone turns sideways like that. God puts people in our way for a reason. Yes. Do I see hey, Max Power? Morning. Also, guys, y'all remember the missing mom from Washington, Cassandra Cantrell? I was looking for updates on her. No updates. No updates since the FBI took or searched the ex's place. I'm very suspicious of the ex. Here she was pregnant by him. He's an ex. He's got another girlfriend living with him. She disappears the day before her first sonogram. She's like 3 months pregnant. I hope we get an update on that soon. I've been checking on it every day. What sucks is when you think you know someone, then a year or so later, bam, they turn into a totally different person. Yeah. Yeah, well, that happens quite a bit when you meet people on social media, unfortunately. Um, I've met some good people. There are some people that they are good until you disagree with them or something, and then they go crazy. Loco. Loco, loco. Yeah, that case has really bothered me. Yeah, Cassandra is a twin. Her twin brother commented on a video, and he said he had a theory of what happened to her. I'm pretty sure I know his theory. He also said that Cassandra's car was found like just a few blocks away from the ex's. The day Cassandra went missing, they think she was going to meet someone. She was supposed to went grocery shopping, but she took extra time to get cleaned up that day, as though she was wanted to look pretty for someone. My theory is she went to meet the ex to talk about the baby. She could have even went to have met the girlfriend or both. And they killed her. That's what I that's my theory. I've also thought, hey, what if the ex is not involved? What if the girlfriend? That's happened before. You know, the ex won't do it. It'll be the girlfriend or a boyfriend. Um, my family collects clothing for the homeless. I just got rid of a carload. Some of them are homeless, not by choice. Yeah. Yeah, I take when I clean out my closets and stuff, and Mark cleans out his, we take them to like the Salvation Army and just donate them. We got a little Salvation Army thrift store out here. We also have like a little thrift store, and all the proceeds go to the domestic violence shelter. Something I donate a lot to is I donate a lot of dog food um, to the Paws Rescue. Hey, Sam, good morning. What I do is they collect it like at the pet store. So I always just drop it off there. I'll get a bag of dry and some canned food. Most of the time, Mark drops it off. I got booted from a chat when I disagree with the creator. I was polite about it. They blocked me anyways. I don't care if someone disagrees with me. I just, if you say it in a nice way, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe they took it wrong, Austin. Sometimes things get misconstrued. I guess that's the word for it. When you're trying to read chat, sometimes I've thought people smarted off to me and they didn't. It feels good to give back. I sometimes bitch while collecting, but then when I get rid of them, I think I did good. Yeah. Hey, drama. Oh, she needs a hall pass. Let's give her one. Give her a late slip. Hey, Coffee with CC, do you know Savage Live? I don't personally know her. I just know a little bit about her. I've watched her channel. She talks country like me, though. We're not from the same area. I think she's in the Carolinas. I'm here in Virginia. It's not too far away, though. Do you watch her, Sam Bell? She's a firecracker, honey, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to piss her off. I try not to argue with anybody on here anyways. I don't got the time for it. Lisa says, or they want it their way or no way. Yeah, there's a lot of people there's a lot of assholes on YouTube. Just be honest, Lisa. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we got to do our good topic before I forget. After reading all that disgusting stuff. So our good topic is from the UK today. It's a story out of the UK about a construction crew that found what they thought was a dog, like stuck in like this muddy hole and covered, just completely covered in mud, couldn't move. They think that it had been there like the whole weekend. So they pulled it from the mud hole. Let me go on down here. Share the picture. Oh gosh. It's going to start playing ads. I can't play the video to this because it's from a big YouTube channel. So there the little puppy is. Well, what they think's a puppy. Covered in mud. They call like the vet to come and get it. So the vet gets it and it takes them hours of washing this box off. Took them hours to wash all the mud off because it had dried on it, after it had been pulled out and stuff. Well, after they get it washed off, it wasn't a puppy at all. It was like a 3 or 4 month old baby fox. See, there's still good people in the world. There's a lot of assholes that would have left that little fox just stuck in the mud hole. Probably got stuck and its mommy eventually gave up and wandered off. Here's what it looks like, and its name is Mudsy. And Mudsy is going to stay, I think, at the wildlife sanctuary. I don't know. It's unclear right now if they're going to be like releasing Mudsy into the wild or not. Probably stay at the sanctuary. I should have looked and seen where this was in the UK. It says Mudsy is doing great now, and the vet staff will get him appropriately situated once he is completely healthy. Judging by Mudsy's condition, it is being speculated that he was stranded in the muddy hole for a whole weekend. He would have suffered a very dreadful end if it wasn't for the construction workers. We are so relieved this ended well for sweet Mudsy. If anybody wants the link to watch the video to Mudsy's story, I can give it to you, of course. It's so cute. I would love to have a fox for a pet. I've got wild foxes live in the woods or the hills. But I'd love to have a pet fox. Or a pet raccoon. That'd be so cool. Oh, Mudsy, yeah. Do y'all watch the channel Save a Fox? She rescues like foxes from like the fur farms. I can't believe people do that. My papa used to be a trapper back in the 80s, but hell, this is 2020, We're fake fur people. But they got the cutest little foxes on Save a Fox. There's actually a black and white fox. Guess they've been bred to look like that, but it was saved from a fur farm. In the UK, foxes are becoming more braver and making their way into the cities. Yeah, they're smart. They go where the food is. Here's the link if anyone wants to watch the video. I think the video is towards the end of the article. I want to get a possum. Hey, do you watch the channel Pearl? I think it's Pearl the Possum. This older lady. She's always got Pearl the Possum in the video with her, and she does comedy. First, when I found her channel, I was like, is this lady crazy? Then I figured out, like, I guess she's doing, like, little comedy skits. I wouldn't know if you would call it a parody. Just little comedy things. I watch a channel called Bondi Rescue. It's a great channel. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out. Much better choice of synthetic now at CC for sure. Where fake, not fur. Yes. Let me see if I can find that for you, Shug. I think you would like that channel. I can't remember the lady's name. She is super funny. Let me look up Pearl the Possum. I don't think that's the name of the channel. Okay, yeah. So the name of the channel is Me Pearl. Let me just get the link to this video. And you can check this channel out, Shug, if you like possums. There are some possums that's actually cute. You know, people have pet skunks too. Yeah, there's people that breed pet skunks. And what they do is they just have their scent glands removed. Hey, Leroy. Good morning. Sorry I got mad at you that day, Leroy. I apologize for that. I just, I miss a lot in the chat. Shug, they are so cute. I just think they're just the cutest things ever. The mama carries all the babies on her. It's so cute. Yeah. Amy's life journey. She's a bad person. She tries to act like she's a good person on it really is. She's a bad person. She's that lady. She does weight loss journey videos, but she never loses any weight. Bless her heart. She's that lady I told you about a long time ago that smacked her kid and forgot to edit it out of the video. You could hear her smacking her kid. In one video, she had a wood spoon threatening her kids with it. Said she had never used it. Why would your kids be afraid of a wooden spoon if you've never used it on them? Anyway, she got a pet skunk. I think its name's Sebastian. Skunks are great pets, very cuddly. Oh, I'd love to have one. I'd love to have a monkey. I want a capuchin monkey, or I think they're called marmosets. I'd love to have one. Maybe in the future. I'd also love to have a parrot. I watched this one skunk. I can't remember the name of it, but it's always stealing clothes and taking it into its little den. It'll steal blankets, socks, you name it, shoes. It's so funny. I'm not on the live chat. Sugar, I want a monkey and a possum. A monkey would be just like having a little real baby. Of course, they are babies, of course. I mean, all pets are babies, but you know what I mean. It'd be like having a human baby. Having a little monkey, because they need all the same care. They need love, affection. Here's the thing about buying baby monkeys. They're taken from their mom as soon as they're born. That's mean, isn't it? If you think about it, it's not right. All these animals make me smile. Yeah. Monkeys are cute, but way too much work. Yeah. You'd be changing diapers all the time. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at the true crime news before we get off here. I know I shouldn't do this because I'll see 100 more things I want to read. My dog's over here snoring. Uh-oh. We have an AJ Friend update about his case. AJ Friend, 2 former DCFS employees arrested after little boy found beaten to death by parents. Yes. Praise the Lord. Because the CPS really let this kid down. This kid was obviously being abused, been reported numerous times. The house was built. She took better care of the dog than she did AJ. Let's share this. I may have to put up a video about this. See, I knew I would see something if I looked at the crime. Okay. 2 former Illinois Department of Children and Family Services were arrested in connection with AJ Friend, a 5-year-old boy repeatedly beaten and killed by his parents in 2019. Northwest Herald reports that McHenry County Police arrested Carlos Acosta, 54, Andrew Polovin, 48, Thursday afternoon on felony charges. Acosta was a McHenry County Board member and Polovin's supervisor at the Illinois DCFS at the time of AJ's death. Both men were charged with reckless conduct and endangering the life of a child. According to court documents, Polovin assigned Acosta to AJ's case. Acosta was in contact with the boy for several months before his parents beat him to death. Look, a doctor at the emergency room, AJ came in with burns, burn up real bad by hot water. Joanne claimed he pulled the water off the stove on him. Actually, she burned him with it. But the doctor reported it. They did nothing. I guess they would tell Joanne Cunningham, AJ's mother, they were coming to visit and she'd clean up her filthy house. I don't know how she could clean it up. It would have took years to have cleaned up that damn nasty pig pen. Pigsty. Okay. From the Inspector General's report, it is indicated that Mr. Polovin's lack of supervisory oversight was willful and wanton, given the nature of the injury, the explanation that had been given and rejected by police and unsupported by medical examination. Oh, so here's the 2 workers that did nothing to try to help AJ. The only time this little boy, AJ, I think AJ was about 5 when he was killed. The only time he saw any peace and was showed any love is when he was in foster care for 2 years. I think he was born with drugs in his system, so they took him from his mother, or monster, Joanne Cunningham, and he was in foster care for 2 years. The foster family that had him really, really loved him. But then they give him back to Joanne. She would withhold food from him. She would beat him. One form of punishment, actually what she did to him the night that he died, was make him stand in a cold shower. She would say that punishment for peeing in the bed. She also videoed AJ laying on the mattress in the floor naked. Bruises covered his body. She was saying mean things to him in the video and making fun of him. When they asked AJ's so-called father, Andrew Friend Sr., about it, he said that he didn't like Joanne beating on AJ so much, so that was another form of punishment they came up with. He was responsible too. Now, Joanne took some kind of plea deal. She got life in prison. Andrew Friend Sr., I think he's going to have a jury trial. These were the CPS workers that were on AJ Friend's case. AJ Friend was from Crystal Lake in Illinois. We talked about his case a lot. His family, his dad called 911, reported him missing. They searched everywhere for him. Finally, they found the video evidence on the phone, all this. I'm sure as soon as they saw the inside of the house, they was like, hey, got to be child abuse going on. There's surely neglect going on. But anyways, they interviewed the dad, started grilling him, and he finally admitted that AJ had been beaten to death. Before he was beaten to death, he was made stand in a cold shower. Then he had some kind of blunt force trauma. But after he died, His dad admitted he took him to a cornfield and buried him. I believe, where was that at? Woodstock? Something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, this happened in, I think this past spring made a year since that happened. This case, Solanum, is that how you say that? Solanum. These children's stories are heartbreaking, but then I hear about kids being abused by their own family. It makes you grateful for the good CPS workers. Yes, they're good CPS workers. Now, their excuse for, not investigating correctly the reports of abuse is because they had case overload. Too many cases. They just didn't do their job. Let's be honest. They didn't do their job. If they had done their job correctly, AJ would have been removed from the home immediately. That house was filthy. I mean, I think they ended up bulldozing that house to the ground, put some kind of memorial park in or something for AJ. There's dog poop everywhere. I've got the pictures inside the home somewhere. Yeah, case overload is a thing, but they didn't do their job. Woodstock, Illinois. Yeah, I think so. Beach bum. They lived in Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake always reminds me of the Friday the 13th movies. Overload of cases. There was no excuse. Actually, I didn't know that the caseworkers were men. I actually thought it was women caseworkers. It don't matter. The sex of the caseworkers is just something new I'm learning. Ooh, look at the advertisement for that coat over there. Off topic. That is beautiful. I'd like to have that. I don't know where I'd wear it, but so Joanne, she didn't get life. She got a 35-year prison sentence. Are you serious? I thought she got life. She deserved the death penalty. She's the one that did all the abuse. So he died from a traumatic brain injury, AJ. He was beaten on a regular basis. I couldn't tell you how many times people reported abuse and they did nothing. Now, AJ's so-called father, Andrew Friend Sr., he's a former attorney. That's how he met AJ's mother, or monster, Joanne Cunningham. He was her divorce attorney. But they got strung out on pills. Joanne had been on drugs since before AJ was born. She was actually pregnant when they arrested her. She had the baby while awaiting trial or sentencing, and it was automatically taken as in foster care. The younger brother of AJ, I don't think he was abused. Most of the time, these parents will focus their abuse, I've noticed, on one child. The other kids won't be abused. They'll focus it just like on one kid. My aunt was a social worker in Texas. Good one do exist, but no one is right every time. Exactly. There's good and bad people in every profession. These guys totally dropped the ball on AJ. If they would have done their job, let's just be honest, JJ would be here, alive. Such a cute little boy. So sweet. I just don't understand how these parents abuse their own kids. I don't understand these parents that'll let someone else abuse their kid and just sit back. Hell no. It would not fly with me. Of course not. Normal people that don't fly with. Yeah, they do focus on one child often. Sometimes they'll abuse every one of them. Like the House of Horrors story. What's the name of that case, guys? Where they had all those kids imprisoned, starving on one escaped. I forget. The parents was uglier than sin. But a lot of these cases, I read about it, it's just like the focus is on one child. Poor boy, so adorable and probably spunky and funny. Scumbags. The CPS worker supervisor should be handed a jail sentence. The shit ranch should be sentenced to life. Yes. Turpin. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. It's the Turpin case. Gosh, that was an awful one. Guys, let me think of the name of the case. The Rodens. What's it called? The Piketon murders? Remember when that whole family was wiped out? And it was the mother, the father, and her two sons, and the two sons involved. Wonder when that trial's going to start. They're going to try that whole family together. It was all over custody of a little girl. They took out that whole family to make sure none of them could get their hands on the grandbaby. Killed the mother of her grandbaby in bed. Her newborn baby was beside of her. Yeah, the Roden family. I thought that would have went to trial, but maybe the pandemic slowed all that down. Remember, they fled and went to Alaska. They like stalked out this family. They did, what do you call that? Like recon, and watched this family's movements of what they did at night, what time they went to bed, so they would know exactly when to strike. Hell, they went into 3 houses, killing people. Well, maybe 2 different houses, I believe. Yeah, we'll have to do a stream and refresh all of our memories about the Roden case. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, look it up, Barry Murray. Look it up here on YouTube and watch your little documentary about it. It was savage. And here the grandmother was involved too. Like she forged some custody papers, all this and that. It's crazy. This happened like in a little small place, probably smaller than the area I live in. It's crazy. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end this stream and get off here. I need to go take me some ibuprofen. My tooth's hurting a little bit. My face is still swollen. Y'all have a good Friday. Be safe tonight. Tomorrow night, we're supposed to play for the channel members True Crime Trivia. Hopefully, I'm not feeling bad. If I'm feeling bad, I'll have to cancel, but right now, it's still on for, I think, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. What was the case, Straw, you wanted to tell CC? Drama says DFCS workers are given a bonus to take kids. Then the state gets $80,000 to $140,000 from the federal government out of SS. Oh, really? Thank you, Drama. I'm going to be feeling better. I got my dentist appointment Monday, and then I'm on the journey of having a beautiful smile. I get a beautiful smile, I can be on camera a lot more. I just get so self-conscious, and you know how mean people are on here, guys. You know how all the mean stuff they say. It'll hurt my feelings, so I just ain't on camera much. But anyhow, Straw, whatever case or question you had, let me know below in the comments section, and I'll try to answer it. But everyone have a great afternoon. Thanks for your support. Oh, and remember, in the morning, usually Will from 411 Now's channel does his Saturday morning stream. It usually comes on like 11 a.m. Eastern time for me. I'm not quite sure what time he has to set it for because he's in like Washington State. Never Lose Hope says, I remember this case. It was horrific. Yes, I can't wait till that goes to trial. We'll have to follow that for sure. We'll do a stream and discuss the Rudden murders one day. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.